How's it going with my comic chat army? We're here with Dean Blake, that wrote the book and drew the book, Everyday Assholes. How you doing, Dean?
Hey, good, Cody. How you doing?
I'm doing good. And just so our viewers know, you're all the way in Australia, and it is 6 in the morning there.
Yeah, 7:43 at the moment, actually. So I'm calling in from the future. Good morning. And I guess it's almost 6 p.m. there, isn't it?
Yep, in the afternoon.
Yep.
All right, so tell us about your first book, Surface Children.
Yeah, Surface Children. So Surface Children was a book of short stories I wrote mainly for my blog readers. So I have this blog called Generation End, which kind of contains vignettes of my life, snippets, part fiction, part reality. And then I had a bit of demand for the work, so I thought I'd create a short story for everyone, a book of short stories for everyone, and that's how it came about. Um, it's mainly about, younger adults and the young generation and how it's a bit of a satire, and it's about how we're consumed by vanity and how we were eager to look good in front of the people in our lives, and it kind of takes things in a bit of a comical, satirical spin.
All right, and where can people get that book?
Surface Children. So you just look up any major online retailer or on the Apple Bookstore as well as Amazon Kindle store. You can find it. So search Surface Children, Dean Blake, or I'm sure you'll have links in your video below somewhere.
Yeah, we'll put links down in the description. So tell us about Everyday Assholes.
Yeah, man. So Everyday Assholes. There you go. Hey, we both got copies. So one day I was doing something really, really wanky. I was just meditating, and I had an author's Instagram account, like a lot of typical authors do. So traditionally my background isn't in illustration, but in fiction writing. And I had a typical account where I just share like quotes of my books, what I'm eating, and things like that. And then I just had a thought, why don't I just draw something crazy and just put it out there, something really amateur, something kind of crappy. I put it out there. Um, and then people started to respond to it positively. So I thought I'd develop on that, and over time my drawings have evolved. So if you go to check out my Instagram at Dean Blake Author, you'll see how my drawings have changed over time. And I've got nothing. I've got like 90% positive responses for it. People sending me private messages from all over the world. And that's why I thought, why not I make a book out of this, especially in these times that make people laugh.
Oh, yeah. So is any of these illustrations true? Have you experienced any of them, I should say?
Yeah, I think like mathematics, being an asshole is like a universal language. Whichever country you go to,
Yeah.
you can relate to people because we've all got that little bit of asshole within of us. So I've accumulated a lot of knowledge about everyone's inner dark side from my travels, and it's just even looking at the mirror. So I thought instead of taking it seriously and critiquing everyone, why not poke fun at it, laugh at it, because we're all kind of imperfect. So yeah, that's where the background of it comes from.
All right. Down there in Australia, do y'all have a special word for asshole, or do y'all just say asshole like we do?
Well, we're kind of pretty Americanized. Like, what country did douche come from? We have douchebag, douche.
Yeah. We got douchebag.
We've got dick. And we've got the C word, which I think we got it from you guys. I don't know.
Well, yeah, maybe. All right. So everything is about the same there. I like it. So are you working on any other books? Is there going to be Every Night Assholes, maybe?
Yeah, so this is going to be, because these are my first few over 100 illustrations I did online, and there's some additional ones that you can't find online anymore. So I'm going to continue creating books based on my illustrations online. That's it for this side. And I think if you go to my website everydayassholes.net, I might have other products related to it, like a stuffed toy, like a real life toy asshole or something like that. Plus I'll be writing some other fiction works, so that's work in progress as well.
All right. When are the other books coming out? Can you give us a sneak peek on what you're writing?
So I'm writing I'm not sure if it's going to be something that'll come to fruition yet, but I'm toying around with it, which is a book on really bad dating advice. So I was just talking like based on a lot of failures in my life and the advice, there's a horrible advice some friends give me. I thought why not make a really sarcastic book about it, and then the protagonist will be a guy who actually takes bad advice seriously and puts it to action. Like yeah, yeah, so I'm playing around with that. Whether that comes to fruition, I'm not sure yet.
I'm laughing about it because I've got some very bad dating experiences too.
Yeah, maybe I can ask you for some ideas.
Oh yeah, like that would you could do a poll and get like a little bit from everybody.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah. So how long did it take you to write the book?
So this surprisingly, when I first thought of, well, a friend gave me the idea of creating a coffee table book. Like he said, you know what will be great? You know, the illustrations would be a great coffee table book. Someone just having coffee and just having a laugh. And I thought, okay, maybe it'll just be a cut and paste job. I'll just put all my popular drawings, put them in a book. It took almost a year, man. Like it was just to get it right. I just wanted a really good product for people, something that makes people laugh, but also really good quality. So the initial version of this was very, very different. But I thought I'd give it the Walt Disney approach. So I read Walt Disney's biography. Um, and what he'd do is when he came up with his first cartoons, he'd actually sit and watch people in the cinema watch his cartoons. So he wouldn't actually watch it himself, and he'd watch how they'd react, and he'd think, why aren't they laughing to this gag? Why are they laughing to this other gag? And he'd keep refining and improving the process. So I show this to a lot of trusted people, but also to people who had no idea that it was mine, and I wanted to see their honest reactions. And if they didn't laugh, I knew I had to change something. So, but luckily for me, most of the feedback was positive. Um, but then I changed a lot of it, and it's thanks to feedback from other people that we have what we have now. So it took ages.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a great coffee table book. I've had it on my table since I've got it and just been flipping through it, and everybody that's come over my house picked it up and looked at it.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's not a problem. We're gonna review it soon.
Yeah.
But tell us how you got the name Dean Blake. You said that wasn't your real name, that's your pen name?
Yeah, it's my pen name. So back in the day, I was being paid to write for this blog called Always 18, and my angle for my blog was just the kind of crap I got up to. This was back when I was in my 20s. I'm 30 now. All the nonsense I get up to, I kind of write vignettes of my life. Partly fiction, partly real, as I mentioned before. But I didn't want like I still wanted a job back then. So like a full-time job. So I didn't want people Googling my name and then finding out all that nonsense. So I thought I'd come up with a pen name, Dean Blake. Whether I write books in my real name in the future, I think maybe, but it'll be more serious work. So I feel like the Dean Blake is a great testing ground for me. And it's a good way to it's my Batman, it's my alter ego. So yeah, that's the story behind it.
Wow. All right. That's pretty cool. Trying to think. Is there anything you want to talk about that we haven't touched on really quick?
No, man. I love what you do. Thanks for having me. I know just for your fans, I came up with a promo code. I think is it 10% off
Yeah, I
for
think it's
physical
10%
book?
off.
Yep. So anyone who goes to my website everydayarseholes.net grabs a copy of my book, gets a discount. So if they use Comic Chat in the promo code, they'll get a discount. I'm sure you'll provide more info. But yeah, you can grab a signed copy. I'll do a special drawing for you. So please check it out.